let's get started. So welcome to today's Merge Forward meeting. As a reminder, this is a CNCF meeting, and as you know, we should all abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which basically means we should be respectful and kind to each other. So we do have new faces, I think. I'm always confused as well by who is new to Merge Forward and who is new to in general. So I think Sarimim, I think you've been to the Deep Roots, but not Merge Forward, right?
I've been to Deep Root a couple of times, and this is my second time here, I think.
Oh, second time here. So I'm
Yes.
sorry, because I'm in many meetings, so I never know.
Yeah, no.
And then we have Mikael. I don't know, did I pronounce that correctly?
Michiel, yeah,
Mikael.
yeah. So I've been here for the first time. I am joining from the French Authority community, so really looking forward to this meeting.
And where are you based, if I may ask?
I'm based in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands. Nice.
Yes.
So
So looking forward to KubeCon.
I was gonna say,
Definitely.
are you gonna be at KubeCon?
Definitely, yeah.
And then Daryl?
Yeah, this is my first time, and I'm online from Puerto Rico. But yeah, I heard about the group in KubeCon Atlanta, and then now I'm here.
Bienvenido.
Gracias.
And then Limani, I don't know that I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yes,
Hello.
yeah, it's first time here. So I'm calling from South Africa.
Oh, nice. I was there last year. Beautiful country.
Oh,
And I think Curtis is new to Merge Forward, or I don't know. I don't know if you've been, or have you been to Merge Forward? I don't know. You actually went last time. You've been last time here, right? But you can say hi. Oh, you're on mute. We can't hear you. Maybe let's do Farhat then. We've met virtually, but not in a call. You're also on mute.
Yeah, so we connected on Buddy program last Friday or that before Friday.
Yes.
But this is my first night. Much forward.
And you're
I'm
calling it from
India.
India. Awesome. I think that's all, right? Like everyone else has been here before. Yeah, so this is the first meeting after KubeCon, and so yeah, I would just wanted to ask for the people who have, or actually, Beatrice, you were here for the, oh no, you were here the second time, right, for the Merge Forward meeting.
That's right. I was here. I was attending, but I didn't. I had extreme FOMO the entire or pre-FOMO because you were talking about KubeCon the whole time.
Yeah. So yeah, KubeCon, first KubeCon meeting where we've been there as Merge Forward. And so I wanted to give everyone the chance to kind of like maybe share some thoughts. I saw Sandeep, you added a bunch of stuff there. So I'll just hand it over to you. Sandeep?
Sorry,
No worries.
sorry, I was reading the caption. I think. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted, the first thing that I want to call out is, I want to applaud Diana because I found that she was the strongest advocate for the Merge Forward. And even before the KubeCon started, we have a conference called as Rejects. So Rejects is basically all those people whose talks haven't been accepted to the KubeCon that try to present the rejects. And Diana had an excellent talk about the Merge Forward slide. It was a 5-minute lightning talk and it gave an overview of what the Merge Forward is. And I think throughout the KubeCon, she has been advocating for the March Forward whenever she got a chance. So just wanted all of us to applaud her. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Sandeep. That's really humbling. And it was really nice seeing you there. And actually, Rin Oliver from Neurodiversity Group was also at Cloud Native Rejects, and we co-hosted the Merge Forward Lightning Talk, and that was really great to see him, even briefly. And obviously, he said hi to everybody, and he was also very touched to be there. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I forgot to mention Rin. I also met him, and it was wonderful to see him. The second update that I have is the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing Working Group has a return doc. It's like we try to compile a doc about what went well, what did not go well, because like we all of us need some accessibility, so we reach out to CNCF and give them a list of accessibility needs. But not everything works out during the actual conference. Like sometimes the captions are too small, and while reading the captions during the keynote, our back got strained because they were too small. And when we gave feedback, the next day they fixed it. So the return doc has like all of our experiences into a single doc. So I'm just curious if all the other groups also have their own return docs and whether we can create like a combined return doc.
Jay, you had shared a doc in Deep Roots, right? Or like you started a conversation. I don't know if that.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've had too much feedback into it yet, though. So I might have to do it, yeah, plug it again and see how we go. But I think it's a good idea to aggregate some of those insights. I've heard, yeah, some really good things from attendees so far. So I think it's a cool idea.
And I think we're also going to have like a little retro meeting with Donya and Donya tomorrow, just because meetings and other events, we weren't able to do it earlier. To see like it's more from the organizational part as well. I think the smaller teams as well are kind of smaller and there was less activity, right? Like for the deaf and hard of hearing, there was more things, so there was probably more feedback as well. But yeah, that should be part of the best practice, right? That we should be doing, like kind of gathering that. But anyone else who is on like not here maybe has something to say and something that we can capture? Something that comes to mind. If not, we can do that async as well, of course. Thank you. Go ahead. You can continue, I think.
Okay. And if anyone has like sort of like you can also put your good experiences as well as not so good experiences as well. Like a few members from the deaf and the hard of hearing group, they did not have a good experience about a few things. So it's very important to highlight it in a very constructive way to the CNCF about what worked well, what did not work. Because if we don't give them feedback, they have no way to know what is still good or not. So giving constructive feedback is very crucial if you want to take this group to the next stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Catherine.
No, absolutely. I just agree.
And then the next thing I have is the Nina and Joy's interview at the Cube. I have actually I put the link in the agenda document. If you have not watched the recording, please do so. It's very, very wonderful. The Cube interview is basically the highlight of the CubeCon. Thanks to Catherine, I had a chance to be a part of the Cube interview in the CubeCon London, and it was a fantastic experience. And hopefully, next time, many more members from March Forward will get a chance to appear in the CUBE interview.
Yeah, I just wanted to add there that the Cube has been our first media ally, and they've been really, really amazing. So we're starting to add more. But yeah, like basically Savannah guaranteed us that there is going to be a slot for our groups every single KubeCon, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. Also, like if you are for people who kind of work at companies and marketing, whatever, you know how hard it is to get media interviews for free. It's easy to pick, like a lot of them are like paid opportunities. So that's why these like having these media partners, people who support our cause are really important because otherwise it's really hard. Like, I mean, like, and it's a huge win normally. And then, yeah, so it's great to have them and we're very thankful.
Well, Catherine, it is hard because some of it is pay to play.
Mhm.
And I've worked with, well, just about most of them. But there's always this part, and this is why we've been so lucky. There's always this part when they do have time on the show floor where they need to fill the space. So that's where we take advantage of that. Plus, people like Alan, people like Savannah, who are advocates of what we do, if they have the time and the slots available, they will they'll just eat it right up. So when you asked Alan, well, when we asked Alan to do it, it was no problem because I know, like, especially during the last 2 days, they need a little bit of filler.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Alan, like, or Techstrong is our newest ally. And then I always forget like the acronym TIRF. I don't know. I cannot remember that.
Oh, TFIR. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are newer additions to our members. So our allies, and they have also kind of agreed to give us a slot, which is awesome. And
Well, let's work on the new stack because they need to get their shit together and put us on.
so many nights.
Colleen and I both have contacts at the new stack that we can lean on for sure.
That's right, Ren. Thanks.
Heck yeah.
I've asked many times and they've ignored us. So it's like, I don't know. So like a little pressure.
Ping
Yeah.
Jennifer, Colleen. What do you think?
We'll get it done. Although Heather is retiring, but
Yeah.
we'll use our forces together.
Yeah, if we get the new stack,
Keep
we're
trying. Yeah, just
Then we
keep
get
trying.
peer pressure, right? Like all your,
Exactly.
you know, like all the other ones are in. Like, what's wrong with you guys? Come on, when is it happening?
There's a pitch right there. Why aren't you doing it? So.
Right.
And then I'll continue. The March Forward, the very first meeting of March Forward was almost a house full of KubeCon. Everyone was very, very enthusiastic about what the March Forward is doing, and we had some very fun activities. And like we had a table, and we rotated a few people from the table so that everyone gets a chance to talk to everyone else. If you have any specific feedback for that, please feel free to share.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The merchant meet, we call it, right? Kind of like, which was basically a networking, speed dating kind of style, fast conversation. Well, not that fast, like 15 minutes conversations with the group. So that was a lot of fun.
Catherine, if you don't mind me asking, I think the last time when we were in Salt Lake we had this community hub, and after the session, everyone was given some like a token or souvenir as a gift. This time after the March Forward meeting, I think nobody got any gift or something to take home.
They had some gifts for earlier sessions. Yeah, so I don't know how that works. I guess those are people who kind of companies who want to participate and they have just a certain amount and then they put it after some sessions. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how that works, but I guess yeah, you need companies to actually donate stuff, so
I think Google was the sponsor. It was Google was sponsoring.
yeah, that's not like like Google sponsored means they paid to pay for, they helped support because the room costs money, AV costs money, so that's what their money goes towards. What you're talking about are, I think those were local companies who create products And then they kind of like, I think it was kind of for them to kind of showcase what they had. Like, I think, I don't know, it was soap. I don't know if there was soap, but it was something like, oh, now we're giving little soaps away, and then the next one with little chocolates, and each company had like a different thing. So I think those are local businesses. So that has nothing to do with Google paying for it. That was kind of an opportunity for them to showcase their products.
And just the sign language crash course was an absolute hit, and I personally loved it because it was my first time learning the American Sign Language. And back in India, we use the Indian Sign Language, which uses like 2 hands, while the American Sign Language uses only 1 hand. And I think on the call you see Chris. He's not on the video. So Chris, thanks so much for teaching me so many things about sign language. Thank you for allowing me to bug you throughout the session. And I think a lot of people here will also attending the sign language crash course. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And then we also have Jenna and Jai. So Jai was the one who was actually leading the sign language crash course. And then Jenna was enthusiastically participating. And Jenna is one of the newest members of our Deaf and the Hard of Hearing group. But it feels like we know her for a very long time because of her enthusiasm, her smile, her willingness to contribute and help in every possible way. Thank you, Jenna.
I agree. Jenna was like full on taking pictures, doing everything. She was like, not like, yeah, she signed up for everything. So that's the Merge Forward spirit. We love it. Yeah, and only I think
Stop.
yeah, because you joined like 2 months before KubeCon, right? 2 months?
Yeah, about. Yeah.
I mean, this is what Merge Forward is all about. That people who joined 2 months back are contributing so wonderfully that we feel like they are here for a very long time. And then we had a panel. So Catherine, Mila, Travis, and Chris were part of the panel on Adapt Include Tribe. And in the agenda document, I've added a link to the recording. So please go and watch it, and please give it some love, and feel free to share it on LinkedIn. And then I think my next few updates are basically I've put in the links to the YouTube. I've put in the links to the YouTube recording of the talks that were presented by the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing working group. And the last thing I have is Anastasia, one member. She won a very important award about the Tech Woman 100 award. I'm yet to add the link. I'm yet to add the link to the LinkedIn post, but we are very, very proud of her. She is the only deaf ambassador, and she also got a new job, and then she also got this award, and she put in a first Argo PR. So I could go on listing her achievements, but you can see what a profound effect it has happened when she became a part of our community. The community has benefited from her, and she has also benefited from the community. It is sort of like a two-way process. Hi, Anastasia. Congratulations.
Yeah. She just joined when you started talking about her. So
it's just coincidence. Anastasia, do you want to share anything? Do you want to say something? We were just congratulating you.
Oh, it's been really wonderful to join and share with the group. So, okay, so yeah, it was a big impact, and I've learned so very much and met so many new people and that I never thought I would meet. And I feel it has genuinely changed my life and to be a part of this community. And I feel more motivated to be involved with open source communities, meet more people, because the support that I have felt from the community is tremendous. And also, I got a mentor as a result of being involved. And obviously, that's taught me so many new things. And I never thought I would be able to learn some of these things at all. And so I really appreciate the opportunity and wish everyone has the similar opportunity and experience that I've had.
And of course, that would not have been possible without Anastasia's hard work, because she's one of the hardest working people I know. She's like, sometimes I have to tell her to take it easy and not be so hard on herself. So of course, like having the community mentor, all of that is important. But like if you don't put in the work, it's like then you don't achieve what you've achieved. So it's really great to have seen that. I would like maybe Chris, do you want to share the little experience that you had that you shared today with us on Slack about like what happens when you have like
Sure.
A documentation that we created? Like, can you share that? Because I think that's exciting news.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't expect to be talking about this today, but anyway, thanks, Catherine. Okay, so we were talking about the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Working Group. There's a document that we have, and a Google document, and I know we have lots of different companies involved where people who are deaf and hard of hearing apply to work at different companies, whether they're big or small companies. But we've had some people be successful at tech interviews, and it's really an important part of what we do. And I wanted to emphasize making sure we max out our activities in the interviewing realm and working with having some sort of document on the CNCF. But before that, I offered feedback in terms of interviewing with Microsoft. I guess it was August or September timeframe. And they took my word. And now there's another interview that I'm finding out at Microsoft is actually adding and including in their hiring practices the suggestions made. So there's for deaf and hard of hearing applicants going forward. So it's really truly important part of our advocacy to have that kind of document. But I didn't realize how big of an impact it was making. And Microsoft is a pretty big deal in terms of having an impact like that. So that's really terrific.
Yeah, and Anastasia.
Sorry, Anastasia says, I would like to add one thing really quickly. Those who have shared their interviewing experiences and their resources it's great contributions. And all companies would benefit from making even just small changes, because even small things are better than nothing. And, Catherine, you carry on.
Yeah, and I just shared the doc in the chat so you can see it. And so it's great to see that a big company like Microsoft actually kind of added something in the accessibility check options that you can choose based on that. So I mean, that means it's not only for Chris, but everyone else now can have that option, because they just didn't know that was an important thing. So it's just like, I think that's just validates that what we're doing is really important. And so, yeah, sorry to put you on the spot, Chris, but I was like, you need to share this. I was so excited. You said that today, you shared it today.
Yeah, now I'm taking my camera down.
And lastly, I think I would also like to applaud Chris for the excellent interview I had with the Bjorn. So Chris is a fantastic data engineer. And when I met him, the one thing I learned about Chris was that he really gets up early in the morning to read the book. Because then we all get busy throughout the day. and he's passionate about reading books. So he told me he gets up at 5 a.m. to make sure he gets 1 hour daily. And this really touched me because I used to read a lot of books back in the early stage of my career. And then life happened, we get married, we get busy and everything, and my reading habits slipped. But thanks to Chris, I am starting it back again. So I'll be adding the link in the document to make sure to watch the Chris interview with the Beyond head of marketing. It is about how AI is going to impact us. Right, Catherine?
Yes, it's a well, yeah, but like he's been talking more about the data science part of it because that's his yeah. So I don't know. I didn't listen to the video yet because we haven't published it. I think in 3 weeks or so it's coming. So but yeah, I know that the person who interviewed him said it was a really good interview. So I'm looking forward to hearing it. And I'll be sharing it as soon as it is live so we can all share it as well.
Thank you. And I think I have 2 more things. So the one thing that is not really related to the merge forward, but it is an excellent blog post by the CEO of Beyond. If you're passionate about open source, please go and check it out. It talks about the open source ecosystem and its impact. It's a very wonderful blog post, and I've linked it. It's by the CEO of Beyond, and Catherine has no role to play in asking me to add it. I'm just added it on my own. She's not even aware.
Oh.
Oh, Milad just joined and he's saying, my time difference, I messed up the time based on my local time.
Yeah, I think we had to change the time. So because we have people on so many different places, I think like the most extreme are New Zealand and India, kind of like that's kind of like where it now. So we do have to kind of with the time change, it's not like it doesn't work at all because it's in the middle of the night. So yeah, like twice a year we will have to adjust the time so it works for those 2 countries. Everyone else doesn't get to pick because it's really in the extreme early morning or extreme late at night for
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I had the same experience. So like I'm like, oh, I need to join, but I thought it was a different time. Anyway, it's late at night at my house too.
But you arrived. That's good.
Okay. And the last point that I have is, I think, Catherine, we are going to switch to the BY tool, correct?
Well, I mean, yes, but in theory, there is no other option right now. But if it's not working for our deaf members, we have to push for a different solution. So for everyone, so we're like, the CNCF's gonna cancel their Zoom accounts. And so for community groups, we have to use the native meeting technology tool that Bevy has, which is our community page. But that might not be super accessible because there are like issues with the what's it called, the captions and so. But you're gonna test it, right? Are you?
Yeah. But I think Tiffany also needs to test it. I don't know how intuitive Viva is for blind people, blind or people with visual challenges. I'm not sure. Zoom is super intuitive, and as far as I'm using Viva, I don't really like it. But we don't have any other option.
Yeah, I think like if it is something that needs to be where people need to get used to, that's one thing. If it's something that's not accessible, that's another thing. And then I think we should push for finding a solution, even if it's just a one-off. If it's not accessible, it's not acceptable. And yeah, Ivan, that's something we should also kind of, I haven't brought it up because I didn't know before our meeting, but yeah, that's something that's coming up. They're cutting it in January. And so we should kind of make sure that it's working. And if not, to flag it early enough.
Maybe Ivan and Stefan both can test it out.
Yeah, if I can find a meeting where we have it enabled, I can get on and see what it looks like. And then if it's since we basically have December, it sounds like, until we don't have Zoom, maybe we can push a little bit for one Zoom account to extend. So we can talk more about that in the blind and visually impaired Slack channel.
And so basically what we, Stefan, maybe you can set up a meeting that's hidden, right? Like,
So
you know how
we can create a test one.
Yeah, and then just test it so it's not published. And worst case scenario, we could always use someone's like Zoom for a moment for a meeting or some, but obviously in the long term, like CNCF meetings should have CNCF tools and not someone's personal Zoom.
Okay, so that's all I have, Catherine. Thank you.
Great. And then Stefan, you're on next.
Yes, hello everyone. So basically here I would like to share 3 ideas. So the goal of these ideas is to assess the topics before beginning a real project. So for this purpose, I created a specific Google Doc for each idea, so to get feedbacks, review, to mature the idea. So the first idea there is the CNCF Contribute website. We discussed about that during a BVI meeting. So because we added document there, and currently the CNCF Contribute website organize accessibility best practices by groups. So, and this page mix at least 2 different audience, so guidance for us needing accommodation, etc., and guidance for organizer, maintainer, or even recruiters. So, my question we popping up there is, would an audience-based structure be simpler, etc.? So I create some question there, and I explain how the current website is organized, and if someone has some ideas to share or feedbacks on these topics, please go to the dedicated documents there, and everything is detailed already, but you can put more if you want, or review, feedback, etc., using the Google Doc review tools. So then the second idea is something about an experience we got from the KubeCon there, KubeCon Atlanta. Someone could not attend KubeCon Atlanta due to the shutdown, impacting flights and airport support, etc. So the idea comes from this experience. So the initiative goals is to create a support mechanism to enabling safer, easier, or more coordinated travel for attendees with accessibility needs. And there I put some idea already, something we discussed with Catherine during the BVI meeting as well. So as before, please visit the document there, add your idea, feedback, or review, and then mature the ideas before becoming a formal project.
Mm-hmm.
And the last two. Yes, please.
Yeah, and so I think one of the things that you did not mention, so this was specifically for someone who is blind, and so like traveling is stressful enough, and then just the fact that like the shut one that was adding an additional kind of stress level that he was then saying this is too much. So that's how we were kind of thinking, like there are probably, like, even if there is no shutdown, you know, there are probably people who kind of benefit to kind of team up with people. We have such a big community, and why not start networking and meeting new people early on, right? And then creating these, we can start with people with disabilities maybe, or people who kind of need, or anyone who kind of like feels, I don't know, more comfortable. And then we can kind of grow it and just being like, this is just a community. But I think it was just such a shame that Alex couldn't join the panel. I think like if we had some time to plan, I'm sure there were other people in Dallas who were traveling to KubeCon. You know, we like if we can team them up and make it also about networking and fun, like just the whole kind of community building. If we can start it early on, that's a great idea. So I think that's, I would love to make it happen somehow.
Is it some way just an idea? I noticed, and we talked about it in the Friends Authority as well. If there is a channel before KubeCon starts, a channel from people who we already know that are going to KubeCon, so this way we can connect in an easier way with the community, and it's probably easier to get in touch and arrange something together. For me, I live in the Netherlands, so it's very easy for me to go to Amsterdam and do stuff like that. And to pick some people up at the airport or something is just a small thing to do. And knowing that people need help is easier for me if I know who needs the help, of course, and maybe a different channel where we know from everyone who merged forward to go to KubeCon could probably help. Just an idea.
Yeah, no, I
Yes,
think that's a great
great.
idea.
Yeah, great. You can add this one on the document because it's not something we think about during the discussion, but it's very interesting as well to have someone in place that knows better the place. So yes, feel free to add your idea there, and you can start discussing how to manage to create this travel together initiative.
Yeah. And one idea was also maybe like teaming up with, I know Cube Train is not necessarily, it's kind of much simpler, right? It's like one train from like crossing and it's more about like being green or whatever. But that is like organized by a company and maybe they would kind of be willing to help kind of broaden it out. And then we would have like external support, maybe some company support, and it would look really good on them, right? As well, like if we're making sure that everyone is getting safely to KubeCon. Yeah, it's all the beginning, just a few ideas. So please participate. And we're going to share, like Stefan, you're going to share all of these docs in the Slack channel as well. So you can find them. Let's have a conversation. Let's see, let's like virtually, I mean, like async in there. And we'd love to hear your ideas because I think they're all valuable.
Yes, indeed. And then the last document, so the last idea I would like to share there is something I heard as well during the feedback from KubeCon for the swag. We already have the CNCF store that exists. So the CNCF store is managed only for graduated and incubating projects only. So I don't know if we can be eligible for that, but let's see. So as the other ideas there, I created a document to get feedbacks, review, etc. So are we eligible? So who approved the project eligible, etc. So what are the process, which design to use, etc. So it will be great if we have some T-shirts or stickers we can then distribute to the visitors and of the kiosk we will have in KubeCon Europe, I guess, or I hope. So let's see. Share your ideas there, and if someone has some extra solution as well, instead of CNCF store to manage to have swag for Merge Forward, because we have a great logo and the branding is quite good. So why not use this brand to support our initiative?
I would love to have Merge Forward swag. Also, I don't know the actual shop, but like the online shop, the way they do it now is on demand. So basically you buy something and they print it. So there's no real risk for them because they don't have to create all the swag and then sit on it if no one buys it. So it's basically if I buy one, they print that one. So everything else is like just a mock-up. So that makes it a lot easier to say like for the shop itself, I'm not sure, like probably like they'll probably put their best sellers, at least that's how I would imagine, right? So you know that you're going to sell it anyways. But for the online one, I feel like almost I mean, there is no risk for them. So hopefully we can get that approved or yeah, we're done.
Okay, so feel free to contribute to that ideas to mature them. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot, Stefan. Big applause to Stefan because it's like 3 initiatives that you started. Thank you. I wanted to give like a quick update on the Buddy program. As you know, that's our mentorship program. So Stefan is also part of that. So on top of all the other stuff, he's also part of that. Diana as well is contributing along with some other people. So we are working on building the like the mentee application form. Some of you might have seen the how the application form for the mentors look. We have I think 37 people who applied. We're trying to keep it, so we decided to keep it small at the beginning, not broad. So please don't share on social media whenever when you see the forms. The idea is we first need to kind of build the muscle internally, see like how are we evaluating, like what works, what doesn't, because like having like 300 applicants will be overwhelming for us because we're a small team. So once we have a formula of how to evaluate them, how to match people, and we've done it successfully, then the next time we can go and yeah, just put it out in social and so on. So right now we have a few mentors. Stefan started with some like an outline of how we can evaluate them. And then we also created the first draft of the mentee application, and then so we'll publish that hopefully soon. And I think like the best way for the mentees is to reach out to our Merge Forward channels, kind of see like who within those channels. Because I was like, first, like, how are we going to reach the people? It's like, I don't want to put it on social media because then we're going to have like 500 people apply. And so I think like really kind of starting with our own channels and the community that we have there, and maybe word of mouth might be the best, because we definitely do not want to have too many, because that will really overwhelm us and we won't be able to do it well. But yeah, that's moving forward and I'm really excited. And Anastasia may know that, but like she and Costas were my inspiration for the program, because their mentorship like kind of relationship worked so well. So yeah, it's kind of like, let's try to see if we can get more matches like that. So that's the goal of the program. And I think Colleen, you're next.
I'm next. I'm sorry.
Someone put your name in with a maybe someone else put it for you. I don't know. You're on the agenda.
Oh, I just put it on there that the highlight reel was there for people to see. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No,
I did it wrong.
No, you should. It's good. Like you put it in there and then you just mention it. Like
Yeah, but I could expound upon Sandeep and everyone else at the meet and greet. It was exciting. I liked the structure and the format, almost like speed dating. Not only for the merge and meet, but also for Deep Roots. So it was exciting. So I'm glad I had a chance to capture not only the people who put it together, Catherine, of course, but the people who participated. And it was amazing. And I'm hoping that we can bring that same energy to Amsterdam, which I would also love to help with that, because I know the EU can be a little bit not hard or difficult, but it's just a different type of way of organizing, getting Merge Forward, Deep Roots, or anything like that for people to attend. And this is just from my experience. So I'm hoping what we did in Atlanta could make a difference in what we do in Amsterdam. And I'm putting myself out there to help with that if I can in some way.
No, absolutely.
Oh, I did. For the booth, will we be getting another booth again on the floor? Do you know, Catherine?
Well, I submitted the form. I don't think we qualify for a whole day, but I submitted a whole day because we're many. We'll see what happens. I will try to advocate for that because we're just too many. Like it's like yeah, I think we need a dedicated Merge Forward kiosk for the entire day, because like some groups just got like an hour just only It's like an hour is like nothing. So hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, because I was there, I was sort of by myself, but I just thought maybe we could try and brainstorm some ideas to attract people to our booth. Um, I'm not sure what that is yet, but just watching and listening to other people and in that area. I don't think it was us, honestly. I think the more that we put out there how much fun we are and how dedicated and the allies that we do have, just whether we do that via social media or whatever, I think people will come. Also, I wasn't really happy as an event planner. I wasn't really happy where we were, where all of that was placed. I mean, don't get me started, but even lunch was like all the way in Cleveland. I mean, just to go get something to eat. So it was, I just thought that the way it was structured was a little bit, but that had nothing to do with us.
Mhm.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where we're placed. I think we're going to be in Rye again, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's a great space. The way they fix it up and yeah, place exhibits and booths. So anyway, yeah, I was just like it was just me and no one came up, and I'm just like, well, let's come up with some ideas to attract more people.
Yeah. Well, ideally there should be always two. We team up. So I don't know, probably because we had like last minute changes or something. So
Mhm.
hopefully next time it's you and someone. But did you want to say something regarding KubeCon, Milad? Otherwise, I have like a one last thought.
Maybe I missed something. Colleen was recently talking about the US versus Europe in terms of setting things up. And Merge Forward, of course, will look different in both places. But I missed the difference that you were talking about. I mean, if you could give one or two examples of what you meant, like what will be different between Atlanta and Amsterdam for us, maybe just kind of expand on what that difference looks like, so we can be ready.
Well, it's mostly attendance.
Mm.
In London, we didn't have as much as we did here in Atlanta. I think that has a lot to do with us pushing on social media and getting more people and getting the word out.
I also
and
think
even
there's one big thing. Sorry.
even before that, though, where we were with Salt Lake City, we had more people in Salt Lake City than we did, and in Amsterdam. So I'm wondering, I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, what is the if there is a difference?
I have, because the thing, it was called BIPOC.
Well, in Paris, I have to say that in Paris we had an incredible turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was my experience there at the booth. I mean, so many people came to the kiosk. A lot of Germans came and a few French people as well, but we mostly had Europeans showing up. And in London, I don't know that it was as busy, less so, I think, and which was okay. But
Are we talking about the gatherings or are we talking about the booth?
This is a sign language course, I think.
the kiosk as well.
The kiosk, okay.
Yeah. I think for the Deep Roots meeting, like, well, it was in London, it was just called BIPOC. No one knows what BIPOC is in Europe. It's an American kind, and there are even people in the US that don't know, and from that community don't really know what it is. So that's why we called it first Deep Roots. So people kind of associate Deep Roots with it, but Deep Roots no one knows. And then we spelled it out. So we have like it's a very long name, but it's important to spell it out. Because like if you see an acronym, if you have no idea what it is, no one's going to show up, right? So I think that was a big mistake, just using the acronym. And I think that is a factor. So I don't know, maybe you're right. I hope you're wrong. Once we spell it out, I'm hoping that in Amsterdam we'll see more people show up, because then people see that, oh, that's me, like that's my.
Yeah, also, what I'm thinking of, if I compare, I was in London, and London was a very big venue with a long path you have to walk through the different locations, but it was all just one street you constantly walk in. And if I compare it to Valencia a couple of years ago, it was a bit the same. But in Amsterdam with the Rai, it's you have to walk over the showcases much of the time. So it maybe helps because you get more traffic between the booths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also what I'm thinking of, if I compare, I was in London, and London was a very big venue with a long path you have to walk through the different locations, but it was all just one street you constantly walk in. And if I compare it to Valencia a couple of years ago, it was a bit the same. But in Amsterdam with the Rai, it's you have to walk over the showcases much of the time. So it maybe helps because you get more traffic between the booths. So it may help, I think.
Yeah, that London space was interesting.
And this was the first time that the Merge Forward, I'm calling it Merge Forward already. It should be Merge Forward. The community hub was in the middle, right? Like before it was like you have to, like so far it's like it was literally like people were super late because they saw it and it took them ages to actually find it. It really felt like an afterthought, and this time it was just in the middle, in the heart. And I did kind of provide that as a feedback that it was great because it's discoverable. I think that's important. So hopefully we can do that in the future too.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
So I've only been to one KubeCon, obviously in Atlanta. And Michelle, you were talking about the building where? That it was a long walk. And in Atlanta, we had all those floors. We had to go up and down all the time. So compared to your experience, I mean, I don't know. Did you go to Atlanta? Were you in Atlanta? Okay. Atlanta, it was kind of cool because they had escalators and elevators and all those things to move people between floors, and so you went up and down instead of all around. But so the building you're talking about, with it being really long and you having to walk a really long way, so I'm trying to visualize what the experience was compared to Atlanta, but you weren't there. I don't know.
No, maybe Catherine can maybe elaborate, but I was in London, yes, last year, and in Valencia a couple of years. And in London, it was a one long hallway, and if you had the meeting or the gathering, for example, it was all the way in the back. To give an example, there was a train station or a metro station at the beginning of the hallway and a metro station at the ending of the hallway, a real metro station. That was the size. So it was a real long part you had to walk. So that was a bit of an issue maybe.
Yes, and we were in between like maybe 3 other conferences going on at the same time. And where the keynotes were, and then trying to figure out where the sessions were. It was just, I mean, I love London and I'm glad that they went there, but that space in Canary Wharf was different. As an event planner, I would not choose it again. And when you said about Valencia was excellent. We had all of it, and we had satellite places, parts of where the sessions were, but everything was like in the center, and the expo floor was amazing.
Well,
I think the same applies.
I had to walk all the way from the back, all the way over the square to the other building in the down floor to the auditorium and stuff. It was my first KubeCon. I had a lot of kilometers I had to walk there. So, but it was a fantastic event. So much better than London as a venue, not as the event itself. They were all great. So thanks for that.
Well, there are a lot of steps that we get in every single time, so that's for sure.
Yes.
Milad?
Yes. But yeah, I was wanting to see, for example, London. Okay, so the space was difficult. We already discussed that. But is there another solution to like choose a different venue?
No, we have no say. No.
But in terms of, I don't mean like us voting on it. I mean, like, do other countries have different venues that are better for our purposes? Like one big venue that would work, for example, like next year in Salt Lake. That will be at the same event center, I'm sure, or because I don't think they'll probably have another event space big enough for all of this or available at that time. I mean, Salt Lake was the only place that had availability, and it was a good fit for us. in terms of meeting rooms, etc. Are there other places other than Salt Lake that have spots like that? I mean, I'm just wondering. I don't mean like we help pick. I just wondered if there were different places.
I mean, there's a lot that goes to it. They have I know that there are not a lot of cities that have conference centers that can fit a conference like KubeCon. So there are even some countries that we cannot go, because I asked once, like, when are we going to Portugal? And I was like, Portugal has no facility that can accommodate. So it's like, it's not like you have to find places that are big enough, that have enough hotels, all that. So yeah, so I mean, they have specialized people when, like, and some are nicer, some are not as nice. I know that one of the reasons we're going back to Amsterdam is because they got amazing feedback. We love, like vendors loved it, just because there is so much natural light in the exhibit hall. Normally the exhibit hall is just like a bunker where you have no idea if it's day, night, sunny, rainy, and so that was beautiful. So they got really, really good feedback, and that's why they went back. Salt Lake City, that was because it was supposed to be in LA, and then they started doing some construction thing, and they had to find something quickly, and I guess Salt Lake City was available. So I don't know. There are different reasons. Some are going to be better than others.
Well, this is the cool thing, though. Back in those days, I'll say it, we were at a different level, but we have actually leveled up in the last year or so. And I think it has a lot to do with the name change and all the work. And again, people keep talking about it and using videos and just keep talking about it on LinkedIn and social media. We are not this small thing that was just, okay, well, it's there because we have to. Now we are a force. And if we keep that momentum of trying and begging and forcing people with social media and all the media outlets and showing who we are and our successes and our gatherings, because I'm in marketing, show it on video, show photos, just do it all. Then we're not going to be an afterthought. We're going to create FOMO. I'm like, hey, and build allies and build more people like us to join and figure out what's next. And then getting sponsors who are like, okay, well, I want to be a part of this, and they can't say no. That is the level. Now, venues, yes, because we were small, but now the venue doesn't have to be a problem. Now it's like the venue has to house us.
Yeah.
Because because we are force.
1 p.m. So, or it's like a top of the hour, whatever. So I don't know, Delane, you probably need to hop. Yeah. So we need to wrap it up because like interpreters have more clients. So let's just continue the conversation. Jenna, I know you had something to say, but maybe we can do that on Slack and just continue the conversation.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Sure, no worries.
Okay. Sorry about that, but we have to be conscious of our time. Thank you, Delane. So you have to hop. Thank you so much, everyone, and talk to you on Slack.
Thank you. Goodbye.